harmonies and violins and everything is concerned, how do you maintain that sanity outside? Quote unquote.
I think Karachi is the city of my birth and I feel very connected to it, and I feel we all have a spiritual connection to the city we live in. So yes, Karachi, my work is informed by, as I said, everyday experiences, cruelties, life. But remember that we live by the sea, and there's this. So it's a beautiful contrast that while and it provides me a balance. So when I look at the sea, there is the imagination and the solitary, and it's incredibly balanced with the whole urban climate. So yes, you have to be part of the world, and it's important for a poet to be, because the poet's condition is extremely sensitive and fragile. So Karachi, with its resilience and coming back every day and write a new poem and do something new with every Scarlett O'Hara says tomorrow's another day. Karachi is that spirit. So it helps me keep writing. Every day there's something new, as you said. Yeah.
You obviously teach at IB also.
Yes.
I asked Umar also this question. I'll ask you, how do you just balance your life, poetry and everything, or it's just spur of the moment something comes, ilham music? Is it something like this?
Writing, as Umar said a little earlier, it's like water now. It's very important, and since I've been prone to poetry, very early in my life I was very interested in reading and words and language. It always had an impact on me. So it has, one day I dared to also pick up a pen and try something of my own. But I would add that teaching is a different, it's a different aspect of your mind that it takes. It's, you have to be a manager, you have to organize, you have to plan lessons, and often as colleagues who are writers and teaching, we discuss how our creative life is suffering or not. So I'm enjoying the summer right now because I'm back, but I always will find time for writing because it's a compulsion, it's an addiction. So it will come across even in the busy hustle bustle or teaching life, so on. Yeah.
I'll ask you one more question and then we go to Taha. Can poetry be taught, or how did you learn? How did you come into poetry? Like, why not fiction? Why poetry?
I told you earlier, like that part, but I will also add that I was reading a memoir by Sayyid Ali Naqvi about Sadiq Khan. And in his early life, when he was very young, he would just keep drawing, and it was just a compulsion for him. Like new walls in their village, the people would wake up and it would all be covered with lots of images, and the village people, the elders were like, what is this? They were not very happy with it, but he would always keep doing it. So this idea that, as I said from early on, I was attracted to language, to reading, to words, to the whole thing. So maybe it is true that you are a poet, but at the same time, I would like to add that I think that it can be an acquired taste as well, and you can be trained into it, but it is like learning a new language. You need to give it that same time. For example, you don't know French, so it's a way of communication and expression. Poetry does not follow certain rules of grammar that like fiction writers here would have to follow. So it's a different way of communication, and it can be learned. I mean, if you have passion to learn, you can do anything in the world. It's the same with poetry, but it needs commitment. It needs a serious approach. Yeah.